Shivam, everybody.
Shivaham.
How are you?
Shivaham.
Good. Shivam. What is it today?
Miracle Mondays.
Miracle,
Miracle Monday.
Miracle Monday.
Miracle Monday.
Yes, it's Miracle Monday today, and I have a story for you. Okay, all the way from mm a place called Udupi. How many of y'all know Udupi? Yeah, okay, there's one, two, three, four, five of us. Six of us. Okay. So I think Manvit and Medha will be very familiar with it, right? I know you're from a place close by to Udupi. So it so happened that I was also studying in a place close to Udupi. And I had the privilege of, before that, let me tell you, the temple that I'm talking to you about is the Udupi Sri Krishna temple. Have any of you all been there or heard about it? Yeah? Yeah, you've heard. Okay, some of you have heard about it. So it's this beautiful temple. Yeah, Yami, you've heard of it? Or you have a question?
I'm going on Thursday.
Wow, that's so nice. Excellent. Great time for you to listen to the story then. So, thanks for sharing, Yami. So, there's this beautiful Krishna temple over there. Okay. And I had the privilege of visiting it so many times when I was studying there. I was in Manipal, I was studying there. And so, over the course of 3 years, I went there many times. Okay. And here's why I want to tell you about that temple. Okay. So, long ago, okay, many years ago, uh, there was this bhakta, okay? You know what's a bhakta? A devotee, okay? Somebody who loves their Ishta so much that they are, and they have so much of faith and so much of deep devotion and love for the deity, for the devata, that they go down in history as bhaktas, okay? So there's this famous person whose name was Kanakadasa. Kanakadasappa, he is known as. Okay. So he used to love Lord Krishna so much. And I don't think he was from Udupi. He was from some other place. And then he came to Udupi to have darshan of Krishna. Now, there are two variations of the story. I'll tell you both. Okay. So one variation goes, like this, that he was a dasa, okay, he was a man of service. So so that's why his name is also Kanaka Dasa, okay. So apparently he was not allowed inside the temple to have darshan of Krishna, okay, because he used to clean. So apparently at that time they were not allowed, okay, to have the darshan. So he sort of snuck in to have a darshan of Sri Krishna, and he was arrested for it. Arrested means he was captured. He was not allowed, and he was tied up. Okay, he was tied up and he was not allowed to have the darshan. And he was crying out to Krishna. Okay, so this is one version of the story. I'll tell you the other version of the story also, which is there, which is so he came from a different place to Udupi because he loved Udupi Krishna so much and his heart went out to him. And he wanted to have a darshan of Krishna. Okay. And he came there, and the person who used to take care of everything in the temple, he got to know that this great bhakta of Krishna is coming. And he arranged for him to stay and, just outside of the temple, only close by in a hut and everything. He made arrangements, and Kanakadasappa used to, clean the temple. He used to sweep, and he used to be of service to the Lord, sweep and clean the area of the temple and everything. He used to do it, and he used to sit in the hut, and he used to always sing out to Krishna. So the story goes like that. But he was always the first one in the morning to clean the temple, and after during the closing hours also, apparently he used to clean everything, and the premises and in front of the temple, everything he used to clean. And apparently he used to sleep there only, near Krishna only, inside the temple only. And one day, one of the jewels on from Lord Krishna went missing. One of the gems, I think, on his jewels. So one of the gems went missing, and so everybody suspected at the temple authorities, the security, basically, they suspected that Kanakadasappa could have stolen it because he's always the first one over there and he's always the last one also. So they wanted to, find out if he had stolen. So they tied him up. So now you got the two stories, both the stories. He gets upended, being tied up. Where? Behind the temple. Okay. So he was tied up like in and chained like this, okay, against something, and he was chained like in iron chains, and they were whipping him, okay, to either a saying, how could you enter the temple, or b, like, have you stolen the jewel and give it back. So he was being whipped heavily, okay. So he cried out to Krishna and he broke out into a song. He always used to sing songs, beautiful songs for Krishna, about Krishna, and expressing his love for Krishna. So he broke out into the song and he started singing, and he was crying out in pain, and he's like, I want to see you, why won't you help me, please help me, that sort of song. And he when he cried out like this to Krishna, Krishna's heart melted. And then suddenly, at that moment, towards the end of the song, there was an earthquake, okay. I don't know if it was an earthquake or if the earth just rumbled, like, hugely, okay. Everything started shaking, and the wall. So he was tied up here, okay. Say this is Kanakadasappa. He was tied up here, and this was behind the temple. So this is the wall of the temple, okay, at the back of the temple. And if this is the wall, the Garbhagudi was here, and Krishna was here. He was positioned here, okay. So you got it. So Kanakadasappa is tied up here, okay. And there was an earthquake, rumbling happened, and suddenly the wall here broke. Like it just cracked. There was a crack in the wall, and then the crack widened into a hole. And do you know the miracle that happened? The Murti inside the Garbhagudi, okay, who is positioned like this, so people come to have darshan of him here. The Murti that was here turned around to face him, to give darshan to Kanakadasappa, who was here, who was tied up. And at that precise moment, his iron chains also snapped. It broke, and he wept. He just fell down on his knees. He took the darshan of Krishna, who himself turned to give a darshan to Kanakadasappa. How awesome is that? And till today, the Murti is faced this side only. So this is the only temple in the world where everybody walks into the temple from the back of the temple, goes to the back of the Garbhagudi, and then there is that crack, that hole in the wall which was created, is today also, it's preserved with grills, and that window is known as Kanakana Kindi. Kindi in Kannada means window. So Kanaka is the Bhakta's name. So they have named it only Kanakana Kindi. And everybody who wants to have a darshan of Shri Krishna goes there at the back of the temple and goes to this window, and we peep through there and then look at this cute murti of Shri Krishna, and he stands there so resplendent and so gorgeously beautiful. And we do our darshan there, and our hearts are filled, and then we go. And so, this is the only temple which is like this. Isn't that fascinating? Great. So I want to show you that also. Okay, let me show you the video also, now that you know the story. I'm going to try yoga. So first I'll show you first I want to show you a video of the movie itself that was made. Give me a moment. You know how I am with technical stuff. Okay, just give me a moment. Right. Can you see it? Can you see my screen? Yeah. Okay. Now just tell me if you can hear it also. Okay. So there is a movie that was made of Kanakadasappa known as Bhakta Kanakadasa in Kannada. And so first I just wanted to give you a visual kind of a scene also. So let's watch this. It's a beautiful song, one of my favorite songs. And then I will show you.
ನಾನು ಸಮಸ್ತ
Can you hear?
ಲೋಕಕ್ಕೆ ದಾನಿ ನೀನು
You can see the subtitles for those of you who don't
ವಿಚಾರಿಸಲು
understand Kannada.
ಮತಿಹೀನ ನಾನು ಮಹಾಮಹಿಮ ಕೈವಲ್ಯಪತಿ ನೀನು ಏನಬಲ್ಲೆನು ನಾನು ನೆರೆ ಸುಜ್ಞಾನ ಮೂರ್ತಿ ನೀನು ನಿನ್ನ ಸಮಾನರುಂತೆ ದೇವಾ ರಕ್ಷಿಸು ನಮ್ಮ ಅನವರತ ದೇವಾ 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 ಬಾಗಿಲನು ತೆರೆದು ಸೇವೆಯನು ಕೊಡು ಹರಿಯೇ ಬಾಗಿಲನು ತೆರೆದು ಸೇವೆಯನು ಕೊಡು ಹರಿಯೇ ಕೂಗಿದರು ಧ್ವನಿ ಕೇಳಲಿಲ್ಲವೇ ನರಹರಿಯೇ ಬಾಗಿಲನು ತೆರೆದು
This is supposed to be the actual song he sang.
ಪರಮಪದದೊಳಗೆ ವಿಷಧರನ ತಲ್ಪದಲ್ಲಿ ನೀ ಸಿರಿ ಸಹಿತ ಕ್ಷೀರವಾದಿಧಿಯೊಳಿರಲು ಕರಿರಾಜ ಕಷ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಆದಿಮೂಲ ಎಂದು ಕರೆಯಲ ಕ್ಷಣ ಬಂದು ಒದಗಿದೆಯೋ ನರಹರಿಯೇ ಬಾಗಿಲನು ತೆರೆದು ಕಡುಕೋಪದಿ ಖಳನು ಖಡ್ಗವನೆ ಪಿಡಿದು ನಿನ್ನೊಡೆಯ ಎಲ್ಲಿಹನು ಎಂದು ನುಡಿಯೇ ದೃಢ ಭಕುತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಶಿಶುವು ಬಿಡದೆ ನಿನ್ನನು ಭಜಿಸೆ ಸಡಗರದಿ ಸ್ತಂಭದಿಂದೊಡೆದೆ ನರಹರಿಯೇ ಬಾಗಿಲನು ತೆರೆದು ಯಮಸುತನ ರಾಣಿಗೆ ಅಕ್ಷಯ ವಸನವಾಯಿತೆ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಜಮಿಳನ ಪೊರೆದೆ ಸಮಯ ಸಮಯವುಂಟೆ ಭಕ್ತವತ್ಸಲ ನಿನಗೆ ಕಮಲಾಕ್ಷ ಕಾಗಿ ನೆಲೆಯಾದಿ ಕೇಶವನೇ ಬಾಗಿಲನು ತೆರೆದು ಸೇವೆಯನು ಕೊಡೋ ಹರಿಯೇ ಬಾಗಿಲನು ತೆರೆದು ಸೇವೆಯನು ಕೊಡೋ ಹರಿಯೇ ಕೂಗಿದರು ಧ್ವನಿ ಕೇಳಲಿಲ್ಲವೇ ನರಹರಿಯೇ ಬಾಗಿಲನು ತೆರೆದು ಬಾಗಿಲನು ತೆರೆದು ಬಾಗಿಲನು ತೆರೆದು ಸೇವೆಯನು ಕೊಡೋ ಹರಿ
Isn't that amazing? Yeah. So you saw the whole murti turned. I find that so fascinating and so miraculous. So now let me show you how the temple is today and how, everybody gets to view the darshan. And you will also we'll all have darshan, okay, of the Udupi Sri Krishna temple. Let me show. Can you see my screen? Yeah. Okay. This is the temple. That's Sri Krishna. Look at him.
जो जो यशोदेय नंद मुकुंदने जो जो कंस कुठारी
Everybody is going in the back. And this is through the window.
जो जो मुनिಗಳ ಹೃದಯಾನಂದನೆ जो जो ಲಕುಮಿಯ ರಮಣ जो जो यशोदेय नंद मुकुंदने जो जो कंस कुठारी जो जो मुनिಗಳ ಹೃದಯಾನಂದನೆ जो जो ಲಕುಮಿಯ ರಮಣ.
See, that's the window. You see everybody peeping in? So it's encased like this in beautiful gold metal in brass. And everybody peeps in like that to have the darshan. This is Kinkini.
ಹೊಕ್ಕುಳ ಹೂವಿನ ತಾವರೆ ಕಣ್ಣಿನ ಇಕ್ಕಿದ ಮಕರ ಕುಂಡಲದ ಒಕ್ಕುಳಿಸುವ ಕದಪಿನ ಸುಳಿಗುರುಳಿನ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಬಾಯ ಮುದ್ದು ಮೊಗದ ಸೊಕ್ಕಿದ ಮದಕಾರಿ ಎಂದದಿ ನೊಸಲೊಳಗಿಕ್ಕಿದ ಕಸ್ತೂರಿ ತಿಲಕ ಸೊಕ್ಕಿದ ಮದಕಾರಿ ಎಂದದಿ ನೊಸಲೊಳಗಿಕ್ಕಿದ ಕಸ್ತೂರಿ ತಿಲಕ ರಕ್ಕ ಸರೆದೆದಲ್ಲಣ ಮುರವೈರಿಯೇ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಮಾಣಿಕ್ಯ ಜೋ ಜೋ जो जो यशोदेय नंद मुकुंदने जो जो कंस कुठारी जो जो मुनिಗಳ ಹೃದಯಾನಂದನೆ जो जो ಲಕುಮಿಯ ರಮಣ.
Yes. So what are you? Yeah, you can share your thoughts, ask your questions. Beautiful, right? Yes. Vishrut, you had raised your hand first, so I come to you first. Tell me. Then I come to you, Aradhya.
Nutanma, if
Yeah.
the idol is turned, how can they do all those stuff?
They see, I mean, they're still open, right? They go and sit around there wherever it's possible. There will be still space, na? There is still space between the wall and the murti itself. There will be space. The complete agamas, everything takes place over there. All the rituals take place. But his position has changed. But there is space. Okay? Yes, Aradhya.
Yeah. Is the jewel gem still missing?
I don't know, sweetie. That I really don't know. They probably found it, they didn't. But it was one thing was very clear that obviously he had not taken it. After that, they were all so ashamed. And he was exalted, and he remains in history as one of the most devoted bhaktas of Krishna. So I don't know about the Jew.
Okay.
Yes, Amuda.
And questions. Is is uh is the Bhakta alive, or is he did
No.
he
This was several hundreds of years ago. I not definitely not. This was very long ago. Let me see about the date. No, I don't know. It doesn't say which year also. Many, several hundreds of years ago.
And second, is the temple made of real gold?
No, that's all brass. What they will put on the murti itself, all that will be real gold and diamonds and silver, all that will be pure metal. But the window itself, where people, so many millions of people come, that is all brass. Yes, Nitara. I'll come to you, Anara, next.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask,
Hmm.
first the window was a bit in a different shape, right? Then how did
Yeah.
the
So there was a hole which broke out, right? It cracked and it burst like into a hole. The bricks fell aside and a window was created. So then the person, remember in the second version of the story, I told you the person who is running the temple and who's the main authority there, he invited him when he got to know that the bhakta was coming, so I mean, everybody recognized that this is such a marvel and which has happened. So then he took the decision that this will remain like this and everybody will have darshan from here only. And he decided to just build some basic grills around the hole itself so that nobody can like put their hand in and stuff like that. So it's just enough to peep. So they built grills. There's like stone grills, and over that, the metal encasing is done of brass.
And also one more question I had.
Hmm.
See, so why does everybody have to go from the other side to see from the window when there is another opening to
If you
go?
go to the opening there, you will only see the back of Krishna. If you want to see his face, if you want to have his darshan, you have to go to this window only. He's still facing this side only as a reminder to everybody. Yes, Anaira.
I had a question that was the murti shifted because according to what I thought okay, this is the temple, if this is the wall and the murti is over here. So
Hmm.
I thought that the wall broke and the murti shifted this side and the
Correct.
murti is towards the back of the temple. So does everyone have to go outside the temple to see the murti, or did they build
No.
something?
You don't have to go outside the temple. You still have to come in. Always, whenever you go to a temple, the murti is placed in the Garbhagudi, which is the most central place. This is the sanctum sanctorium, right? Yeah. So that is very much within the temple, in the center. Not basically in the center. There are dimensions to it, but around that there will be many other spaces, right, around the temple. So it's still very much inside the temple. They all have to enter the temple, but you have to go to the back of the Garbhagudi to have his darshan.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, Nitara, you had something else to say or ask?
I forgot to lower my hand.
Okay. So, Yami and Pranav, are you all set? Did you know the story before? Did you know?
I have visited the temple actually. So I
Ah,
knew the story little bit. I didn't know in
okay.
so much detail.
Ah. So, it's a great precursor, no, for you to know the story now, and then you all are going on Thursday. That's fantastic. You come back after that and tell us how it was, okay? Okay. So, any more thoughts? Any more questions? No? All right. Great. I will see you all tomorrow. Okay. You have a great evening, and let's do the Shanti Pratha.